All right, let's go take a little walk around and show off the border here. And then we'll get started chainsawing, you know, my most favorite thing to do in life. So our start is here. So right now I'm facing the road. This is the main road coming in. This is our little road right here. And then now I'm facing the back of the property. And this is the left edge of our 150 feet. And so we're gonna walk down and follow the road here. Again, this is facing the front, so maybe when we get the drone out, it's a little too windy today, we can get a better visual, better aerial visual of it. And then this is the other side. Again, guys, it's cold, so if you hear me like chattering as I'm talking, I apologize. And then this is the other side of the 150 feet. So this is the front right side, and then this goes all the way down back 150 feet. If you want, we can take a little walk back here. Just watch your step. So watch your step, yep. All this on this side is stuff I'm gonna be using the chainsaw and tractor on, cedar and cutting down. So as you can see, there's a lot of it. And what I plan to do maybe is I cut it down. What my brother was doing is taking that brush hog and just running right over a lot of it and trimming. We'll see. If I get that grapple, I can pick these cut ones up and then put it all in one big pile. So anyways, we got to keep going down here. Here's where I broke the mic approximately. Our last trip out here. Carrying crap out of here. And then the edge, that flag there is the edge of the 150 feet on the back side. And as you can see, there's some really nice oak trees back here too. So we're gonna, like I mentioned on the other video, that I'm gonna try to ask the builders to keep as many of these as we can. That particular oak is on the other side of the line, so it should be good. But yeah, we didn't trim, we didn't start cutting. We did not cut a line from the back right side of the back left side because we just ran out of time. And in all honesty, I don't know if I'm gonna do that anyways, but there's another flag down here. And when the clear builders and clears come out, they can figure out how to match these two up, but it matches. It's definitely 150 feet on each end. So as you see, there's a lot of work ahead. So I'm gonna start getting to it. So today we got the county electrical people, and they're gonna do the staking. So I don't know how much talking I'll do to the camera today, but you'll hear me. So stay tuned. All right. So let me if y'all don't mind walking with me, and I'll show you where we're planning on clearing and building, and then you can tell me the best route with how you think we're gonna get power. So my property actually starts at that pole, but we're planning on clearing from here. Do you see that flag down there at the end? And then it goes all the way
Yeah, that or other flag right there.
Yeah, and we're gonna, you know, we don't know exactly.
Right.
We hadn't even got contractors. We're not even talking about doing anything until after summer, end of this year.
Right.
But you know, we need electricity out here first. So, you know, I don't know if we can put a pole. If we put it here, will it get in the way? And there's a straight shot. I don't know what pole y'all want to come on, but that one would be a straight shot here, or even that one right there might even be a straight shot.
Yeah. So the deal with coming, is this part of the development that he did across the road, or is this a different set of property?
So we bought this from Calvin Burks.
Okay, yeah.
And it was, I guess, the same owners owned several lots, and we bought this 40-acre chunk right here.
Right. So here's the deal. Coming off of one of them poles is obviously what we'll have to do.
Okay.
The problem with, not the problem, so coming off of that pole and pulling tight over here with one pole means we would have to put a guy wire down on that property behind it. And the only way that we can do that is if whoever owns that property gives us
Permission.
Yeah. The other option would be to slack across the road and get a pole and a guy wire on your property, or depending on where you want the last pole, maybe do a double slack and get over here with no guy wires at all. But that's going to be totally up to you how you want to move forward with that, and it's all going to rely or dictate where you want that last pole.
So obviously with more than one pole, it's going to cost more.
It'll cost more, but it won't be, you know, just knock your head off cost more.
Okay.
I mean, it definitely will cost more, but labor-wise, probably not. If we do it with two, so drilling a hole in the ground for a pole is the same as drilling the hole in the ground for the anchor. They're the same exact hole. So the labor charge for that, if there was an anchor over there, there would be a hole going in the ground 34 foot from that pole, and then there would be a hole going in the ground 34 foot from this pole.
I got you.
So you've got three holes you're digging if you have guy wires, and you've got 2 holes you're digging if you don't. So the labor charge would basically be the same. The material charge would be more.
If we did 2 poles, are you saying you'd have to put one right on the other side of the fence and then another one?
Yeah, somewhere. We can only go so far with a slack span without guy wires. We try to keep it around 70 foot. Sometimes we'll stretch it out to 80 or 90, but at the end of the day, we try to keep it, because over the course of time, especially with the ice coming, once that stuff gets heavy, we'll start doing this number.
I don't even, it might almost be 70 foot just to pass the fence.
Yeah. But honestly, it's gonna, so you think you're gonna build in the summer?
So we're probably not gonna build, we're not gonna even get contractors until after the summer.
Our aim is to start building next year.
Yeah, or end of this year, but yeah, more than likely next year.
The only thing that I would stress to you is this: if you're really just wanting power and you really just kind of wanted to save some money, I know you think you know where you're going to build your house, but there's certain things that are going to dictate that as well.
Yeah.
Septic is going to dictate it.
Right.
Water's going to dictate it. Everything's going to dictate it. If you go ahead and try to guess now at where you want, and you go ahead and pay that money based on where you think the house is going to be, and the house doesn't go there, then you've paid money that you probably shouldn't have.
I got you.
Especially if it moves down that way or it moves up that way or whatever. I'm not telling you, I just want to.
I got you.
So if you're just wanting power, we could come across and get you power over in this area.
Yeah.
And you could use it for whatever you wanted. And then later on, so we give, for a permanent full-time residence, if you have your pad down and you have water, we give a $1,500 discount.
Okay.
We take it right off the top. So let's just say, and please don't think it's going to cost $10,000, but I'd like to use even numbers. Let's just say that the line cost you $10,000 to get to there for your house, and you've already got a pad and water, and we take $1,500 off. If you don't have pad and water, we don't take that off. If we were to come across here and set a transformer meter loop for you right now, it doesn't mean you would have to keep that meter forever. You'd pay for it.
All right.
But at some point, if you built farther back, you would want to extend line back there and maybe get the $1,500 off. But here's the whole kicker on the deal. We stop at the meter.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the meter on the pole.
Yeah.
Your contractor's gonna tell you how far from that meter he's willing to dig to your house.
Yeah, right.
We don't recommend over 150 foot.
Okay.
You have voltage drop. The way to get past voltage drops, get the transformer close to where you're using it or upsize your wire. So if we were to get a pole and a transformer over here in a central location and just give you enough juice to do what you want to do, and you built within 150 foot of this pole, you wouldn't need to do anything else. You just trench over there and you'd be good to go. I'm just throwing this stuff out, food for thought.
Let me ask you this. When builders come out, do they usually want power out here ahead of time?
This guy's a builder, but no, he's a metal guy. Typically, the cement guys and stuff use generators and whatnot.
Yeah.
After that, yeah, they want power. But again, we quote 10 to 14 working days after we stake it. So it's not like they're gonna be waiting 6 months for power.
Yeah, I got you.
But I mean, if you're wanting power now, I would highly suggest let us come over as far as we can come with the transformer and meter loop. And if you're within 100, so your house is gonna go like maybe right there?
Well, that's what we're hoping, but yeah, with your statement about sewage and water, we're hoping we have water and we could do sewage right here. I mean, I don't see why they can't.
Well, I'm sure your septic tank's gonna go that way because that's where everything's falling. The
Yeah.
water deal, I mean, they're gonna hit water where they hit water.
Yeah.
And if you bought up on that hill up there, you wouldn't be hitting water at all.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is. Let me look at something. Yeah. So that three-phase pole right there has a slight angle to it. There's a really, really good chance as long as we didn't go too far, we could pull off of that pole without a guy wire on it, set your pole and a guy wire over here, wherever you want it, and you're good to go. Instead of doing the slack thing.
Yeah, let's say we drop it like right, I don't have a measuring tape and one definitely not long enough. If we drop it like, right around in here or somewhere, where would you think you would have to put it at?
Wherever you wanted it. We'd probably have to come up this way a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, we can pull off of that pole a little harder than I thought because that's an angle pole. So we wouldn't have to put a guy wire over there as long as we're not going a half a mile that way.
So are you saying that
Yes, I am.
that we could put a pole all the way without having to dig another?
Without a guy wire on that pole over there. Correct.
Well,
I didn't realize that was an angle pole till just now.
Well, that sounds like a good deal there. Yeah. I mean, if we could even just put it right by that flag.
Yeah.
And then that way the builders can just trench from right there and yeah, I mean 150 feet from that pole, they can go anywhere in this area.
Yeah. Now there'll be a guy wire behind it 34 feet, or maybe not that far, that's going to be directly in line with that pole, wherever this pole goes.
So you'll have a guide wire coming off of here somewhere.
Yeah, so let's just say the pole went right here.
Yep.
I will show you. So the guy wire would go basically right here. And let me tell you what guy wires are, a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You clearly see the pole when you're driving in, but if you're out messing around on a four-wheeler or something, sometimes you don't see the guy wire. So
Yeah.
I would stress to you the importance of making sure that guy wire is not in your way. If you hit the pole, that's on you.
Well, we definitely don't want it across the road there,
No,
but
no.
yeah.
I mean, I would move it. You don't want the line, if the house is going here, the last thing you want to do is open the front or back door and you're staring at a pole and a guy wire
Yeah.
that possibly could be in your yard. So
Yeah.
you just have to use your imagination at this point. We could creep it over this way or creep it over that way. I'm not telling you this is not a good spot. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, right.
This guy wire's going to
Well, if we put the house, I mean, if we put we got a lot of room over there. We put the house over here, you're a good distance.
Yeah. And to that dead tree back over in them cedars that's exactly 150 feet.
Yeah.
So hell, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, we'd even come up a little. Okay. Yeah. I say let's do that. And then yeah, we'll put something around the guide wire if we're out here.
Those yellow
Okay.
markers
Yeah.
on it. It's just they don't last forever.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Build, we can just
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just they're.
And it's really just gonna be me and
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there won't be little kids out here riding four-wheelers, so.
Caleb, we're gonna drive a stake. Let's get off the road. At least, is this gonna be your road?
Yeah, so we're hoping we're gonna come right off of there and curve in here, and then yeah, this will be the main entrance into the house.
So that auger's really kind of big, so I don't want to get it. So we're gonna move it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe about right there.
Now, how high is the, so if we got construction vehicles coming, they'll be fine?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of anything else that I, cable there. Yeah, I mean, we really don't care if there's a big cable or any of these. I'm guessing none of these trees are in the way. We're good to come.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
So just line that up about right here. That pole.
Off the wall question, are we technically in Lampasas or Coryell County?
What now?
What county are we in?
Lampasas.
Okay.
When you cross that cattle guard, it turns into Lampasas.
Well, that's interesting because down the road we come in, it says Coryell, but we must have crossed back over in
That
Lampasas.
cattle guard right on Blakely Road.
Okay.
The minute you cross that cattle guard, there you are.
Okay.
I don't know, let's go see if we can get across the fence. Okay. I mean, I'd like to stay with this one. We're gonna mess around with this GPS unit and this iPad.
Yeah, when we get back, maybe we could talk about how much, I guess you'll go over price and all that. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll figure out the price once I get back to the office, but I can kind of ballpark it for you. I'm gonna tell you that material prices are just nuts.
Yeah, right.
Everywhere, so, yeah, let me.
Yeah, do your thing.
The wind's getting cooler already.
Man, it's supposed to be a bad one tonight and tomorrow. We'll see what it really does. I know y'all don't do water, but y'all mentioned there's building a subdivision down there. They're not running city water out here, are they?
Well, I don't know about here. On top of that mountain, they're not.
Okay.
You know, I bet that there is some community water around here somewhere. I just don't know if it runs up and down this road. I have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, we had always planned on doing a well, but you know, if they're gonna have city water or community water out here, it's worth asking about.
Community water here would probably be multi-county water in Gatesville. They're off the Highway 84.
Okay.
You can call and just tell them where you're at.
And see if they.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. I know that's not your guys' thing, so.
Honestly, if there's not a water line right on your property, you're better off. Wells are expensive, really, but you're better off drilling a well.
Well, you know, and I think a lot of these builders that build out here know they're probably going to be building a well with it, so hopefully they'll include it with their estimates. Oh, you're right. It's not Hamilton County. It's just the name of the company.
So to answer your question on if you are building a house, I'm going to go ahead and give you plenty of big meter loop. So
Okay.
I don't have to charge you for the big one if you ever need it.
Uh,
Cost is minimal. I mean, the difference in cost, labor's the same. Difference in cost for material is not enough to squabble about.
So when you get the pole out here and get the meter out, y'all don't automatically cut the power on, right? I got to get an electrician.
That's right.
Do they?
Get an electrician to wire in the main disconnect.
And they can just put it right on that same pole,
On
or?
the pole, wired into the meter base. Typically what most electricians do, if they're good electricians, they'll buy a 200 amp disconnect that's got a feed through panel with individual breakers on it to feed wells and barns.
Yeah.
And you can put plugs right there on our pole if you want, plug in stuff, whatever you want to do. We actually stop at the meter, so everything you do past the meter is,
Right.
you know, on you. So what I'll do is give you a big meter loop, good for about 260 amps. Won't give you such a big transformer, but I would not charge you for the transformer upgrade should you need it. Save you money on the front end. No big charge on the back end. No
Okay.
charge at all. Probably looking around 6,000 bucks
Okay.
in the general vicinity.
That's,
So material prices are changing so freaking fast that used to I could come out here and I could literally get it within 100 bucks. And what he's punching in now is the material units and
Yeah.
the GPS coordinates and everything. We will transfer all of that stuff over to our system in the office, and it will capture the material as it is
yeah,
right today. So,
that's pretty cool.
and then the invoice, I've been here 30 years. The invoice has always been due in 90 days.
Yeah.
Now it's 30 days because of material prices. So,
Y'all take
yes.
wire over the phone or wire through
Not wire. We got hacked one time, so we don't wire, but you can pay with a credit card over the phone or whatever.
Okay.
What we'll do is we'll do some investigating, make sure we probably may or may not have an easement on the property. I'll probably send you one regardless. It's basically going to just be a sign and notarized deal. I have to mail that
Okay.
because the courthouse just,
So let me tell you this: we have not so my brother owns this.
okay,
I'm buying the 6 from him.
fine.
We have not necessarily signed. I have the earnest money already up, and we're waiting for him to get back to finalize the deal. But it's definitely owned by my brother, and he's agreed to.
Yeah. And
So
I don't care who signs the easement, as long as they're the legal landowner. It matters not to me.
okay, well, I technically will be.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Okay.
So the easement follows land from henceforth. So if he owns the land today and he signs the easement today and you buy it tomorrow, that easement transfers to your warranty deed and you come in and you split it up into three acre tracts and you sell each one, that easement follows every one of them tracts from now and forever. So easement is a one-time deal. It lasts forever.
Okay.
So it's just, it's a legal form, just like I said about the guy wire. If somebody comes blowing through here in a go-kart and smacks the guy wire and goes to,
Yeah,
hey, we got an easement.
I got you.
It's a crappy way to do business, but it is what it is.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't have any problems. So.
All right, it's staked. We'll get everything put together this afternoon.
Okay.
Shove it in the mail for you. I guess you keep the gate locked.
Yeah, we do. We can
Key
come.
lock.
It's a numeric. We can come back. I mean, how long does it usually take y'all?
Well, so here's the deal. We cover 7 counties and the crew work 410s. The phone call I got right when I first walked up here was a job that a crew's going to, and he's asking how to get in there. They go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, so they've probably already been to 2 jobs before that.
Yeah, I got you.
They pile all the material up in a trailer and they hook them. So I can't give you a specific time of when anybody will ever be here.
Okay.
I mean, I can do my best, or you can give us the combination.
Yeah, I
We'll
can give
come
you-
in and build it. We put it in the computer in a notes field, and we never come in here unless there's a reason to. That would be you asking us to because you need some help with something, or you're out of power, and so.
I'll give you the code.
Okay.
The only reason I asked is I'd like to come out here and watch the
I
guys.
can do everything I can to let you know when it's going.
Yeah, I mean, no biggie. If you
I just can't give. So if you're driving from Hutto and I say, all right, man, it's going to be done tomorrow, you may have to sit here till 2 o'clock till they
well,
get here.
that's
Okay.
we're gonna plan to work.
Okay.
So
We just
I'll do
wanna
what-
know the day.
yeah, we'll make it a day, and we'll just come out here and work
Okay.
and do our own thing. So
That sounds good.
okay, let me give you just in case. Let me give you the gate code.